It's all right. It says we are live. Let me see. Let me refresh my stuff on Facebook. It doesn't have. Okay, there we go. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Let me see. Let me refresh my stuff on Facebook. Yeah, I had to turn that
Forgot
down.
to turn it down.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to give a minute or two to let people come on in. And, bro, you already know we got to do the highlighting, the sharing out. It should be on YouTube, on our Heightened and Enlightened, and my page. So let me tag all my followers. Y'all come on in, come on in. Huh? Oh, what? I can't reach it. Okay. People not respecting my life here, y'all. So y'all got to work with me. Y'all know how people do. Okay, highlight. Boom. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. We were not here last week, but we here this week, y'all. We made it happen. Ashley's not here with us this week, but hey, she might be here next week. Y'all never know. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna leave you suspense. Okay. All right. Can you see it, Rolo?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
All right.
All right. And everybody, those of you that are coming on in, make sure you say hello. Don't just get to creeping on here. Make sure you speak. Hello. How your Sunday going? Okay. All right. And I'm going to send out. I think you should be able to send out to your friends and everybody, Rolo.
Better.
Okay.
All right.
All right, you got it out there?
My laptop just died.
Really?
Listen, I'm not even gonna
Hey, yeah.
make no excuses, but it did just die. My son had it. We
All
just
we
need
know is
to.
we hear y'all. So,
Yeah.
and tonight we're talking about passion versus purpose and the things that come along with it. So let me go ahead and just do this little formal introduction since we're already in here. But welcome you guys to yet another episode of Heightened and Enlightened the Life Show. Tonight you have Shay, which is me, and you have Rolo. We're going to be on here tonight talking to you guys, having our real conversations in real time with real people. Y'all know how we do, and everything that we talk about, we do our best to leave you guys feeling heightened and enlightened and a little better. So yeah,
Definitely.
tonight it is about passion versus purpose versus passion, however you want to put it. But that's what we're going to be talking about and jumping things off because I don't want to wait too long. I'll recap for everybody that's coming on in. And for you guys that do come in late, you're always more than welcome to watch the replay. All right, did you share it out?
My laptop's dead.
Okay, so bro, we can't
Hey,
do.
it's on the
Hey,
charger. Just give it a minute.
we're limited, and for the people that's on here, Ashley, if you're watching, you are a very vital key component to this. But we love you, and we're gonna let you get your rest, and we're gonna let you
Definitely
do
love
you.
this.
But we love you. We miss you already.
For real.
You my eyes. You my eyes, because Rolo can't see neither. So we
No.
got two blind people over here trying to maneuver with technology, and
Hey,
then
we
we
gonna get
both
it figured
older.
out.
We both don't know about this, so we gonna make it work though.
We gonna get it figured.
Yeah, we can't leave y'all hanging too long. So So jumping in, bro. Okay, I asked the question of the day on Wednesday. The question of the day for Wednesday was, um, which one do you think is more fulfilling? Do you think chasing your passion is more fulfilling, or do you think chasing your purpose is more fulfilling?
Whew,
Hi,
man.
Auntie. Hey, English. I see y'all on here. Yes, tonight we're talking about passion versus purpose. Which one do you think is more fulfilling? Is chasing your passion more fulfilling or your purpose? Um, I mean, me personally, when it comes to being fulfilled, it takes a lot for me as an individual. So I will
Yeah,
always say chasing my purpose. I mean, it's the harder one to chase because you get distracted, like all kind of stuff happens. It's like life just start happening when you finally realize your purpose. But I feel like it's worth pursuing, and I feel like the purpose is more fulfilling in my book. Some people would say passion. What do you think, bro?
I definitely agree with you on purpose. Passion is fun, make no mistake, but definitely chasing your purpose is to me is more fulfilling, especially when you know exactly what your purpose is. A lot of people struggle with knowing what their purpose is, and I understand that. It took me forever, but once you figure it out, definitely chasing that is a lot more fulfilling, but definitely more complicated for sure.
Yeah,
There's all kinds of
yeah,
obstacles and hurdles, and there's all kinds of stuff that just tries to, for some reason, put itself in between you and whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And
yeah.
uh, yeah,
I feel like once you figure out your purpose, because we got to start there. Some people don't even know what their purpose is,
right,
and some people can. I mean, I feel like passion and purpose can be the same, but I do feel like in a lot of instances it's different. Your
right,
passion in most situations, doing something you're passionate about. I mean, for a long time I was passionate about making money.
yes,
So that
yeah,
made me do a lot of stuff just to make money. But when I realized my purpose, which is my purpose is to help promote healing. Like that's my purpose. I was put on this earth to help promote healing. I'm a healer, and that right there is very broad. But when I realized what my purpose was, it's like now I do things that promote healing instead of just chasing the money, because the money comes along with the things that I'm doing now, and I had
right,
to realize that. So it is different. It is different. Now I
it,
have become passionate about helping people heal.
right.
I've become passionate about that, but I would say my purpose is what got me on that.
Man, my purpose doesn't even involve money at all. To
Really.
be honest with you, you know what I mean. Like, of course, in order to obtain what it is that I feel like is behind my purpose, I have to have money. But what I
Yeah.
want is free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what I want is free.
I'm with
So
you there.
yeah, like and passion. I mean, I feel like people are passionate about a lot of things. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I can't really put passion and purpose in the same category because I just feel like they are two totally, completely different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, like one of my passions is restoring old cars, but realistically, I don't have the means to be able to do that because it's an expensive, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's expensive to do, but I love doing it. So, but chasing your purpose is free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
So,
feel like once you get on the line of chasing your purpose, everything kind of just comes for you. Like it just happens.
right,
It falls into place because you're doing what you were put on this earth to do.
right.
So I kind of feel like things just happen.
I feel like it's a lot less stressful when you know with absolute certainty. But the thing is like with your purpose, you aren't always 100% sure that
Yeah.
that's what your purpose is. And it may not even be your purpose that you're following. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But you may be learning valuable lessons in the meantime while you're out here finding your purpose. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you're building yourself as you go to be able to be like, yes, this is my purpose, and now I know what I need to do in order to fulfill said purpose.
Yeah. Okay, we got
So
a comment. Hold on. English says, I think your passion only because sometimes your purpose could be just to help someone or help people, but your passion creates longevity, a career movement, something that's just
yeah,
for you. You know what? I could
I
see
feel
that.
that for
I
sure.
could see that, but see the way that I look at purpose is purpose, even with just helping someone, purpose is still bigger than that because my purpose, I do believe, is to help people. But help comes, that word is so big. Like you can help someone help promote self-healing just by making somebody laugh, by pointing them in the right direction, by giving them knowledge. So
Yeah,
it's like, even with that, it's so broad.
it's very broad, very
But yeah, I
for
see where you're
real.
coming from, English. Like, yeah, I do.
I do. I definitely follow what she's saying for sure.
And then purpose is just for you too. I mean, if you think about it, because everybody
I
wasn't
mean,
put here to do the same
yes,
thing.
yes, and no. Um, I guess purpose can be just for you. It could be specifically for you, but how you choose to share your
Yeah,
purpose is totally, you know what I'm saying, on
yeah,
you too. But I feel like my purpose isn't just for me.
yeah. Well,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? In fact, I feel like my purpose isn't for me at all because I'm not the one that's going to benefit from that.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, yeah, because I get gratification internally from fulfilling my purpose, not externally. So I will agree that, like
Right.
looking at it that way.
Like my purpose is to make sure that my kids and their kids and you know what I mean, like that I'm taking care of generations to come, not just the here and now.
Okay. Hi, Michelle. She says, look at you mastering the technology. I'm trying. Look, I'm trying. Ashley is my everything when it comes to
Man,
a whole lot of stuff in life. So her absence is seriously, it's
it's
deeply
definitely
felt.
felt. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely felt. But we gonna make it work because I'm also a Taurus. So where there's a will, there's a way.
Hell yeah.
And English says purpose is for God. And I'm with you there, sis. Like I'm definitely with you there because and that's why I guess a lot of people say passion is more fulfilling because man, when you get on that purpose, that journey that is bigger than you, it does get harder and it it, it gets harder, but I look at the end result. Like I'm an end result person. So
Yeah.
I feel like in the end, it's more fulfilling. But while you're going through it, yeah, it's definitely something else. I feel like the trials and tribulations get deeper and they get harder, and the
Yeah.
distractions come a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So I will say that, especially because of what I'm going through in my life. Like I've had these visions to do a lot of stuff years ago, but I didn't see the middle part. Like I feel like God showed me the end result, and then I'm here in the present, but then I don't know the middle. So it's like every day I'm trying to dodge something being thrown at me to stay on that purpose to get to that end result. And
Yeah.
it's not always fulfilling, but for me, a person who looks at the bigger picture, I feel like, I'm going to stay on this track because once I accomplish this, that fulfillment for me is all I need. And then to know that I broke generational cycles, because I don't use the word curses, but to know that I broke generational cycles and to know that my kids and my grandkids and great grands are going to be totally different. Hey, that's all the fulfillment I need.
Hey, for real though.
Yes.
Like I definitely agree on that.
And for those of y'all that are just coming in, we're talking about passion versus purpose. Which one do you guys think that's more fulfilling? Do you think chasing your passion is more fulfilling, or do you think chasing your purpose is more fulfilling? Like, talk to us. Let us know. What trials have you endured as you have been on your life journey of chasing purpose or even passion? Like, what have you encountered, that's made it hard for you to stay chasing your passion and doing what you want to do?
Man, for me, what made it harder for me is having so many different kids, especially at so many different ages,
Yeah.
especially because from 22 to 2 and all in between. Like it made it a little more difficult. But my family's super supportive. Like there isn't much they're not like, yeah, hell yeah, go ahead and do that. Like that's a
Yeah.
good idea. But it definitely makes it a little more difficult because you miss out on a lot with your fam and shit. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. It's
Yeah.
worth it. Like it's worth it. You'll be happy with the decision you made for sure.
Yeah. Michelle says, I think age is a part of what you choose. Yeah, I can see that. I feel like for me, I didn't even realize my purpose until I was 30. And actually, I'm going to take it a step further, 31. Because I mean, I went through a lot at a very early age. And I'm going to say everything that I went through kind of kept me vibrating really low. But it
Yeah.
wasn't until I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of living like this that I really realized what I was put here to do.
Right.
And I've always been a nurturer. Like, a part of my passion has always been, looking out for people. I've always been that mama figure or that big sister figure. Like I've
Yeah.
always been that one, that caretaker, but I didn't realize what I was supposed to do with it because I actually started to like hate my gifts. I was like tired of taking care of people because I was taking care of the wrong people, you know?
Right.
So I was getting irritated and tired of it. And then when I realized that no, there's people out here that need a person like you that want that would appreciate that. And I started attracting those people in life. And it took for me to get there to be like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah. Hey, I feel that for sure.
Okay, she says at my age I feel purpose. I was 48 when I realized my purpose. Okay. I used to beat myself up about that, Michelle, but now, I mean, being honest, where I'm at, I'm not so angry about it anymore because I've always been mature also for my age. So I always felt like I should have been further. I should be doing more. I should be further, especially with how smart I am because I know my intellect. So I always felt like I should be doing more. But now, and I'm 39 now, now I know I'm exactly where I need to be because the heart and the mind that I had before I wouldn't have succeeded anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get ready. I had to get ready
Right.
for this race. And it took me to be 31 to really like, okay, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what you need to do. And the distractions have came. But now that I know what I'm supposed to be doing out here, it makes it easier to get back on track for me, you know.
No, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, I said the same thing. Like, I've always wished I was a little bit further in life, but you know what? I don't think I would have been able to handle it if I was,
Yeah.
because I wasn't really ready for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now that I have gotten older and my kids are getting older and we have a young child now, I just ready to just get to it. You know what I mean? Like instead of waiting around waiting for it to happen or not really putting much thought into it. Now it's like that's basically what I think about the most is just
Yeah.
preparation for that moment. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We do have to be prepared. Like, and I feel like, people that has really went through something, unfortunately, pain and hurt pushes a lot of us to our purpose. And I say unfortunately because I mean that's unfortunate that we got to be in pain just to figure stuff out. But
Yes.
like it took for me to get hurt a lot to even realize, like, and I feel like that was a part of the preparation stages. I was being prepared, all the pain, all the hurt, all of the times I felt alone, all the times I felt like, hey, nobody is here for me. Like that is what pushed me to be like, you know what, we're gonna do this. And oh, and I'm gonna read this comment real quick. Look, Michelle says I used to be a people pleaser and it ended up hurting me. I'm right there with you, Michelle. Right there with you. Because I was a people pleaser too. And it really took for me to please the wrong people and
Right.
feel a type of way for me to be like, you know what? Now it's about me. Because all those years I spent living to please other people, Now I please myself,
Yeah.
so all of that stuff kind of helped me get on my purpose, like all that stuff. And I mean, I'm passionate now about my purpose. I love healthcare. Like I love promoting self-healing. And I always say self-healing because I can't heal you. Only you can heal you. You are your best advocate, even when it comes to the doctors and, psychologists. Like you know you better than any healthcare professional can ever know you.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's like
And
you
that's a
gotta
fact.
you gotta heal yourself. You gotta want to heal yourself. I can point you in the right direction. I can, tell you what the right foods to eat, or I can tell you the right medications, that would help for that issue or whatever, the case may be, but I can't heal you. So, you know,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro, but we can't
Oh,
see you anymore. I
yeah.
don't know what happened.
Hold on.
And then you sound really low. Where's your microphone at today?
It's in my bag.
You know what, bro? I'm not even going to start with you today.
Hey, please don't, for real, because you know what?
We here. So
I've
you
been
know
having a
what?
tough go of it lately these last
I'm gonna
couple
give
days.
you credit because we here, we in this thing. And if y'all, I mean, boy, if y'all only knew what we had going on behind these scenes, it's
Oh
it's
my God.
it's a
I'm
blessing to
telling
even
you.
be here. So okay. Well, while you getting your video fixed up, let's look at this comment. So English says, I think once you start having children, your purpose is to raise those children the best way you know how. Then after your children are grown, you can discover purpose for yourself. Yeah, I know, right? Michelle looks like I'm solo because Rolo over here, his video. But English, you know what? I do agree with that to a certain level because I will say that I realize my purpose individually while I'm still raising my kids.
Right.
But a piece of my purpose, I do feel like, is to break these generational cycles. I mean, because my family, unfortunately, we got a lot of bad habits that need to be broken, and I feel like God knew I was strong enough to do it. Like I'm one of the ones to do it. Um, and when it comes to my children, I really definitely, I've always said that my kids are a big reason of why I am where I am today. So I do believe that too. I do believe that when we have kids, they become a part of our purpose. But I don't feel like, when the kids are grown, that's when you know what I'm saying, you figure out your purpose for yourself. Cause I figured out mine. Mine came to me and I'm still raising kids, and it's beautiful for me
Most people hate
because
grown kids.
you said what?
Most people don't like grown kids.
Right.
They
Right.
do not like them.
Fix your video, bro.
I'm trying to figure out what is going
Let
on.
me see. Okay, Jose. Hey, Jose, how you doing? So today's topic, rewind. Today's topic, we're talking about passion versus purpose. Which one do you think is more fulfilling? Do you think it's more fulfilling for a person to chase their passion, or do you think it's more fulfilling for a person to chase their purpose and what that looks like? Do you know your purpose? Drop that in the comment. Let us know. Yes, thank you, Michelle. While Rolo is fixing his video, say something here, bro, so we know you're still on here. Oh, hi, D. How are you? Thank you all for joining in. I appreciate you all. It looks like I am solo because I don't know what happened to Rolo, but he's gonna try to get his stuff fixed. But we're talking about passion versus purpose. I see you laughing English. I don't know what's going on, but hey, I'm solo tonight, so we gonna figure it out. And for those of y'all that know me, y'all know I'm not one of these type of people to be on here solo, but hey, God is calling me to it, so God is gonna see me through it. My nerves be bad, because I do not do lives. It's easier to have my people on here with me, but Hey, stuff happens. But anyway, so yes, passion versus purpose. Which one do you guys think is more fulfilling? D, I think you hopped on here last. And so that's what we're talking about. Um, I will ask you all, how old were you when you realized your purpose? I was 31. So how old were you when you realized what you were supposed to be doing in life? Okay. Okay, D, to be honest, I still don't know my purpose. Only God knows. In the meantime, I'm going to chase my passion. You know what? Hey, no shade there. I dig that because, like I said, I was 31 when I realized mine. And I was going through a whole lot. Like I was grieving. I had just lost my boy's father to a motor vehicle accident. And I was 9 months pregnant when he passed. Well, when he transitioned, because I believe that we just transitioned. But, anyways, I was 9 months pregnant with our second son when that happened. And going through all of that, I just remember sitting in the park. It was just me and God. I'm screaming, crying. Like, I'm not knowing what to do because I didn't know my purpose at this time. Like, all I knew was just get money. I've always been a hustler. Like, I mean, I've done a lot of things like babysitting, doing hair. Like, I've always just passion was my money. I mean, money was my passion for a long time. So that's what I knew how to do is get money. But as I'm 31, I'm grieving. I'm sitting there screaming, crying to God, just not knowing, where to go, right from left, up or down. And I just remember hearing this voice, like, and it told me, get up, I got you. Get up, I got you. And it was like that moment. I remember I wiped my face, I stood up, and from that day forward, I was like, you know what? I'm not living for me any longer. Like, something out there is bigger and it's about more than just me. So I started sitting with myself and I started, just digging into me a little bit. And it took for me to be alone by myself to figure all this out. And one day, something woke me up out my sleep and I had a dream and was like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. I literally had dreams of me writing books. I mean, being on talk shows. I started having dreams of, I'm going to just say I got to visit the future. But I started having dreams of me in the future of what I would be doing, just talking to people, promoting self healing and promoting, just helping people get through grief and everything. That's what got me started. And I went back to school and I started educating myself on the brain and the body and, just how people work, you just human development, mentally and physically. And it's like as I started going on that journey, doors started opening, things started happening. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's why I always tell people, like, sometimes in order to find your purpose, you got to just kind of live your passion and just do what you do. And then those doors will start opening up when it is what you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like when it comes to finding your purpose, that is the biggest thing to pay attention to is, I mean, you always know intuition, likewise, what you're supposed to be doing. You know what feels right and you know what does not feel right. So for me, it was just doing things that I was already passionate about. Like I've always been passionate about taking care of people. So just doing things like that. I got into home health. I got into CNA work. And you're still taking care of people. And then things just started happening. Like, okay, now we're going here. I got into holistic health and massage therapy and then medical assisting. And then I started studying psychology. Like there's just so many things that I got into that all lead back to helping people. And it also made it to where I can help people even more, So for me, that's just what it was. So I'm definitely with that. I'm definitely with that. Thank you, English. And yes, to you guys, make sure you guys share us out, tag your friends, highlight it, send them, the more the merrier. Because I already feel like a weirdo sitting up here talking by myself. But the more the merrier, the better these conversations will go because everybody needs to talk about stuff like this. We all do. Let me get back to some of these comments. Okay. All right. Hey, Rachel, I see you in here. Okay, D says I head one direction thinking it's my purpose, and then something else comes up, and it be like that sometimes. All right, then we got Michelle. That's a lot to deal with and figuring it out. Yes, it sure is. D, my purpose was to help people, but I am thinking it's not my purpose. All I do is get used mentally, physically, drained, and hurt, so I don't know anymore. You know what? To focus on that, D, I've been through that, like for real. Because, like I said, I've always been a nurturer. Like I feel like I feel like I was raised to take care of everyone except for myself. So, with that being said, I always came across people who were trying to use me. And I have a visual disability. I'm legally blind. So I feel like I always ran across people who tried to play with me and play with my intelligence. I've been used, I've been abused, I've been talked about, like I've been laughed at, made fun of. I've been through all of that. And there's been times in my life to where I've not wanted to keep going. Like there's been times where I'm like, I'm sick of people. Like I would even say out loud, like, I don't like people because getting used and going through all the stuff will make you not like people. So I was there. But then, like I was explaining, as I started educating myself and just growing more, I realized that I was simply helping the wrong people. Because you got to think about this, people only use you because I'm going to say, what was I going to say? As I feel like people use you when they don't they don't want to help themselves or they don't know how to help themselves, because we all know you cannot help a person that don't want to be helped. We just gonna put that out there. You cannot help someone that does not want to be helped. And when people start getting into the manipulation and the using and all of that stuff, clearly those are people that's not ready for real genuine help. So those are the type of people that you don't need to be around, and you don't need to be helping. And I had to learn that for myself. That's what made me get into healthcare, because most people, you do have some in healthcare that don't want to be helped too, but most people in healthcare, they're looking for help. They're looking for a way out. Like I just want this to stop, whether it's physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain. These are people that are looking for something. Even if you're just talking to a person and you make them laugh, like I say, laughter is medicine. I say this all the time. There's people that are looking for that. They're just looking to feel better, however that looks for them. Those are the type of people that you gravitate towards. Those are the type of people that you help, because that's how I look at it. I look to those people who are seeking to want to be better, you know? Um, and I feel like when it comes to that, if any of you guys feel like your cup is running over and you being used and you being abused and you just, it's too much for you, think about the environment that you're in. Think about the people that you're around, because I promise you that that makes a big difference. Like it makes a humongous difference when you change the type of people you're around, because everybody out here are not users. Everybody out here are not narcissists, or like there are genuine people who really will rock with you and who will really look to you, for something good. So it's like, just be still and know your village is coming. And I pray that they come soon, because I hate that you have experienced that stuff and you felt like that. Okay, let me see. Michelle, when doors open, it can be scary, but take the chance and go through that door. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm there with you. And I've noticed in my personal life, as I have just been going, doors open anyway. Like when I'm going forward on my purpose, doors just open. They just magically open. And that's why I tell people, you got to just sometimes just move. They say, what is it? Work, faith without works. It basically, you gotta be doing, putting in the work and having the faith. You can't just sit still and just, I believe, I believe, I believe, and think something's gonna happen. No, those doors start opening up as you're putting in the work. Okay, so D, I've got a sense and also figured out who really want help. I've developed boundaries for people. Yes, ma'am. All right, Michelle. Yeah, I'm with you there. You have to develop boundaries. That's big. I was a person before that didn't really have healthy boundaries. And I like to say healthy boundaries and unhealthy boundaries because there's a difference. Because some people feel like just having boundaries, is too much. Like I've had to enforce boundaries and people got upset. No, these are healthy boundaries for me. They might not be healthy and conducive for you, but this is what's healthy for my life. So having healthy boundaries for yourself is definitely, most definitely important. One of my healthy boundaries is when it comes to helping people, I'm not gonna lie. For me, you got 24 hours to sulk and vent. I give a person a day to kind of sit in their mess, because after that 24 hours, now we're going to be talking about solutions. Because if you continue to focus on the problem, all you're going to see is the problem. But for me, when it comes to helping people, because people will people want to drag you down with them and want you to be in the pit with them and be the victim with them. And because that's how a lot of days people don't know how to blatantly ask for help. So they give you sob, sad stories, and then you feel bad for them. And then you're listening like, oh, dang, I just, especially if if you're problem solving based, because I'm a problem solver. So people will tell me a story and I'm just like, oh, dang, like, and I'm formulating in my head what I can do to help people. But I've noticed when you have people like that, oh, they'll run that same story to you over and over. You hear this story like 3-4 times, like, oh man, I'm just sitting in my mess and I don't know what to do about it. And it's like they're looking for repeat help. So for me, I help you, but we only gonna talk about this. I'm gonna listen to your story one good time. I'm gonna let you go through it for 24 good hours. And then tomorrow, when Monday hits, now what are we gonna do about what happened Sunday? What are we gonna do about it? I can help you find the solution, but I will never help you sit in the problem. And that, for me, that is a healthy boundary. Like I can help a person find the solution, but I'm never going to help you sit in the problem. And that's an example of a healthy boundary. All right, faith without words is like a screen door on a submarine. Yes, ma'am. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna have to use that one. Faith without works is like a screen door on a submarine. I like that, Michelle. I do. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I don't know what happened to Rolo. We are hey, but we still in this thing, y'all. So, and I love y'all for rocking with me and for being with me, no matter how weird and uncomfortable I feel. But it just, hey, lets me know I got one hell of a village out here. Okay, hold on. And then Michelle, older you get, more you spot BS stories. Yeah. Yes, I'm with you there. Because it took for me to grow up a little bit. Because I'm telling you, I always felt bad for people. Like that was my thing. I would sit there and people would tell me their stuff. And still to this day, I still, I got a big heart. So still to this day, I will sit and I can listen to a person. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to help them. Like, I just be like, oh, just let me save you. Like, just, I have that hero complex. So it's like, I want to save them so bad. But then the conscious me, the strong me, the powerful me is like, no, see what they're going to do. And so it's like, yeah. And that's how we go now. Because they'll get you with a story. People will get you with a story, especially if you let them. And unfortunately, I know a lot of victims in life that will sit there and just be victims. Me, I'm too strong for that. I can't just sit there and be a victim. Okay, let me see. D, I had to put boundaries on, oh, my friend who still used drugs. She always needed me, but tell her you can't be high. Oh, but you would tell her she can't be high, but I feel bad at the end, but I have to do it because I'm a recovery addict. And yeah, and you gotta take care of yourself too. And that's why the healthy boundaries are in place, because that's to take care of you. And you are doing great. D, yeah, you're doing great, because at the end of the day, what I've learned when it comes to life, if you're not taking care of yourself, you cannot take care of anyone else, period. Even in parenting, if you're not at your best, you can't give your best to your children. And so I look at that at everything in life. Like, if I'm not feeling my best, if I'm not, vibrating my highest, if I'm not walking in my truth, if I'm, just like I said, if I'm not at my best, I can't give it to no one else, period. And I don't want to give someone a half-assed version of me. Like, that's just what I believe. Like, I'm not willing. I was taught, go hard or go home. Either you gonna be everything to everyone, or you ain't gonna be nothing. That's just what I believe. Hey, no shade to the next person if you don't believe that, but I believe go hard or go home with everything you do in life. You're going to be the best friend that you can be. You're going to be the best mom you can be. I try to be the best daughter and the best sister, but that always don't work. But I try to just be the best everything that I can be, period. I mean, and not saying that other people always feel the same, because there's a lot of people out here that feel like I'm not the best me. There's people out here that feel like I'm an asshole. There's people that feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of that. But hey, your opinion is none of my business. Like I like to say, that's not my monkey nor my circus. So, and hi, Jonica. I see you popping on here. For those of you, and I'm going to reiterate again as many times as I need to, for those of you that are just now joining in, I'm talking about passion versus purpose. Rolo was on here with me. Ashley's not here tonight. Prayerfully, she'll be here again next week. But we've just had a lot of stuff going on. But we still appreciate you guys. But yes, tonight, passion versus purpose. Which one do you think is more fulfilling? Um, and then we're talking about things that come along with it, because y'all know, as you're pursuing your passion and purpose, distractions come. Because oh, I bleeped out for a second. If y'all can still hear me, put it up in the comments, because I don't know what's going on. It could be just my internet. Okay. Y'all let me know. Can you still hear me? If you can, I'm going to keep it going. Y'all know how we do. We keep it rolling like a Cadillac. So, Michelle, you said my biggest problem is keeping my mouth shut when I hear the crazy stuff. That used to be my problem. I won't say anymore, because my favorite saying I love to say is, that's not my monkey nor my circus. So I have mastered the art of sitting back and letting things be, as long as it does not affect me. Now, if it affects me directly, yeah, this mouth gonna mouth. But if it does not directly affect me in my life, that ain't my business. That's not me. Okay. All right. Y'all can still hear me. Okay. This says, and Michelle, you say, I do the best I can for others. Then I need time for to myself, for me. Yes, ma'am. And that's because you got to charge those batteries. When you are nurturers and when you are healers, caretakers, whatever word you want to use, teachers, all of those things, you're giving so much of yourself to something outside of you. And with that being said, batteries do drain. You know what I'm saying? And with this human battery, you got to recharge it, because if you keep on outputting, there's no input, like, and that's important. Like, that's super important to always guard you. I know, right? Rolo just straight disappeared. So Michelle said, I'm good. I didn't disappear like Rolo. I know Rolo just dropped out the race, bro. We got it though. Hey, we got it though. We still in this thing. So I'm with y'all. I'm trying my hardest. And I really, man, it's crazy just going through this, because I'm telling you, like, I appreciate y'all more than y'all will ever know. I wish I just had all the money in the world to just show y'all how much I appreciate y'all, because I feel like verbally you just can't feel it enough. But I do. I appreciate y'all so much, because y'all make this thing work like y'all do. Um, Joining in these conversations, like, it's beautiful to have this village who has not only seen some of the stuff I've seen, but y'all have heard what I've heard. Y'all have done some of the stuff I've done. Like, we're a bunch of flawed people making a beautiful community. And I appreciate all of y'all, because it's things like this that keep me going, so man, it's much love. It's so much love coming from this way, like, for real. Oh, and yes, and whenever Rolo and Ashley, get themselves situated, they'll be back. But somebody got to hold the torch and see. And when my brother and my sister cannot be able, I am their keeper. I am my brother's keeper and I am my sister's keeper. So we going to figure it out and we going to keep going and y'all going to stay in this thing and we all going to do this together and we going to hold it down until everybody is back in attendance. So, yes, but yes, this back to this passion versus purpose. Okay, Auntie, Aunt Alva, I see you on here. You haven't commented. So which one do you think is more fulfilling? Passion versus purpose. And then I also, on the flip side, which one do you guys think is harder to pursue? Is it hard? Do you think it's harder to pursue your passion or your purpose? Hmm. I feel like pursuing your purpose is harder. That's why I feel like some people would say pursuing your passion is more fulfilling because that purpose becomes harder because it's more deeper. And then, as we've already identified, there's some people that don't even know their purpose. And I feel like that's what makes it hard because you're trying to figure out what exactly am I supposed to be doing? What am I put on this earth to do? And most of the time, y'all, it's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. Most of the time, it is right in front of you. Passion is harder for you, Michelle? Okay. Yeah. For me too. I'm going to say purpose is still more harder for me individually, but it's more fulfilling. It's still more fulfilling. It is harder. Purpose is harder for me, but it's still more fulfilling because of the things that I'm experiencing now. Like, it does get hard to constantly pour, 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 pour. I am a nurturer. I am a healer. I am a teacher. I'm a leader. And it gets hard to always be the one pouring because a lot of the times I feel like I'm pouring by myself. I feel like I'm always pouring from my cup. Always, always, always. And that is why I take mental health so serious. And that is why I take my alone time so serious because I am always pouring. And to be for real, when it comes to between me and the people that I know, I feel like I pour a lot more than the average person. So that's why I need a lot more alone time and I need a lot more, I got to charge my battery a lot more. But like I say, I still feel like it's fulfilling. It's still fulfilling for me because even though I got to go through all that, it's still fulfilling for me because I love it. Like just to make a person smile and to make a person feel good. I love that. Even this is a part of my purpose to sit here and talk to you guys and to share me because I'm a private person. I'm private. I can't even believe I'm still on here talking, but I'm a very private person. But to be able to share pieces of me with you guys, it's beautiful. Like it's fulfilling. So yeah, I don't know. It's the purpose is still more fulfilling. Okay, D, I think it is harder to choose purpose even when you don't, even when you don't. What is your purpose? I think. Okay. And then Michelle, I agree purpose is more fulfilling to me. Okay, so Michelle, breaking this down, you feel like passion is harder, but purpose is more fulfilling. Okay, kind of explain that a little bit in the comments. I'm gonna wait for you because I'm intrigued. Passion is harder, but purpose is more fulfilling. Yeah, you know what, Michelle, I agree with you about D there. We just calling it all out. But Michelle, she says, D, I think you found your purpose. Helping people just learn healthy boundaries. And you know what? That could be it. That could really be it. Your purpose is right in front of you. Just putting those healthy boundaries up and then finding ways to continue to pour back into self, because I will say, as a person who's also been used and went through a lot, I had to learn to pour back into me because the longer I sat and waited on someone else to pour into me, the more disappointed I got and the more upset I became. So I had to find ways to pour back into me. Like literally, it was a self mission when it came to all of that. Okay. Alva, purpose is harder because you think you have it figured out, but things change. Okay. Okay. I'm with you there. And you are right because I'm going to say my ultimate purpose, like helping promote self healing, has not changed. But the way that I have to go about it has changed. Yeah, the way I have to go about it has definitely changed and morphed throughout the years. But the ultimate goal of helping people, pointing people in the right direction of self healing, that part has not changed. So, yeah. Okay, Michelle. Okay, I know my purpose. I think at my age, passion is not as strong. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I'm with you there. I could see passion is not as strong. I can't really see for a long time. I had no idea what I was going to do, what I wanted to do. Like, to be honest, for me, I didn't even see myself living past the age of 20. When I was younger, I didn't even think I was even, I never seen myself becoming an adult, to be honest. And maybe it was just because of everything I had been through in life. Maybe it was because I didn't have any vision for my life. I don't know what it was. But when I was younger, I didn't even see myself being an adult. So once I became an adult, all I knew was to get money. Like seriously, like I mean, and there's 10 trillion ways of making money. That's just however I can make money. That's just my passion literally was just making money. And it wasn't until later on that I was like, okay, there's more to life than just making money. Because when I was 29 years old, I'm still making money, like I'm still chasing a dollar and I still wasn't satisfied. I mean, I've had $100,000 in my hand at one time being younger, but I still wasn't satisfied. So for me, it was just like, yeah, there has to be more to life. And once I figured out that there was more to life, then I started, like I said, things started just happening, doors started opening, the dreams and the visions started coming. And as you guys get to know me more, I will say visions a lot. My friends always mess with me and they be like, oh, you think you miss Cleo or That's So Raven. I mean, I have a gift of clairvoyance. I've been able to see a lot in my life. And to be for real, that's what's kept me on this path of where I'm at. That's how I'm even sitting here with you guys today because I dreamt it. So, like I said before, when you realize that there's more to life than you, I feel like that part is where purpose comes in. Once you finally realize, okay, there's something bigger to life than me, that's where you will find your purpose. Okay, let me see. Okay, I missed some of these comments. Here we got Michelle. I don't know how to really put it into words. Okay, I get that. And then I don't see myself at age 50, let alone 54. Okay, so I'm not the only one. So let me see. And D, yes, I love helping people that yes, I love helping people that won't change, but it doesn't make it easier when I am feeling like everyone has a motive to hurt me or rob me, just don't know about people anymore. And I do surround myself around positive people that are real, but I feel like I still can't trust people. Okay. D, I understand that there, based on the simple fact that I've been lied to a lot. So my trust is like, yeah, like super small for a lot of people. But I don't know. I don't know exactly what to say when it comes to that part because it's like the saying when you know, you know, you know, like as you're just around these positive people, sooner or later, you're going to have to try again. Like you're going to have to try to trust somebody again. I feel like you get to a point where you have to, because that's what I had to do. I had to, no matter how scary it was, I had to, and I'm still exercising this till this day. I'm still exercising this. Like I got to a place to where certain people, it was like, okay, let me try to give this person a chance. Let me see. Let me see. But for me, I will say the fact that I don't trust people, I don't go through the heartache like I used to. Like if a person disappoints me or does some scandalous stuff, it don't bother me because in the back of my head, it was like, I didn't trust you anyway. But I'm still willing to give chances now. So for me, that's really, I just say you gotta, sooner or later, you're gonna have to give somebody a chance. And I pray that it's worth your while because the very few people that I have given chances to, it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. Like they have restored some of my trust for humanity because it's been beautiful. I will say that. And it sounds scary, but when you are pleasantly surprised, it's not scary at all. Okay, and let's see. And then Michelle, I think my health issues starting at 26 put things into perspective. Okay, and that would do it. And Alba says when you're trying to find your purpose, you have to let some people go in your life. That journey is for you. Amen, Auntie. I'm with you on there. And then Michelle, looks like D change how you help people. That won't change. Yeah, and I'm with you there too, Michelle. Like you just got to change how you help people. But the heart that God gave you is yours. That's yours. That's yours to keep. And you better argue with God on it. But just change how you help people. I'm with you, Michelle, on that one. Like just changing how you help people. And then for me, learning to walk away faster from people that don't want help is what helps me personally. Like my walk away game is strong because now I can spot a person who is BSing me. Like, like I say, that's why that 24-hour rule is in play with me. You got 24 hours to vent, to sulk, to talk, to problem solve. Because some people it take a little longer than others. 24 hours is a good enough time for a person to reflect, for a person to figure things out, for a person to come up with a game plan. That's plenty of time when you have an issue. So for me, when the people get to running stuff like that, no, I can spot that and I'm gonna walk away. Like I'll tell a person no quick if I feel like you're trying to play with my intelligence. And it's like that intuition kicks in anyway. So for me, I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna say, God don't play about me. And that discernment and that intuition hits so strong within me. Oh yeah, baby, I'm gonna walk off quick. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm gonna let you be in your circus with your monkeys. Because what do we like to say again? Not my monkey, not my circus. Y'all remember that and say that. Use that. Not my monkey, not my circus. And that's gonna save you from a whole lot of BS. You'll be all right. Yes, ma'am. Says you. Yes, walk away game is very important, and you can say no now and change your mind to yes later. I yes, Michelle, for real. Like for me, when it comes, I'm telling you, when it comes to just helping people, my boundaries are so set in stone and so serious now. I don't play because I know I have hero syndrome. Like I've already identified that with myself. I've already studied myself. I know myself. And when a person is in need, oh, that cape comes on quick with me. Like I used to be that person. You can call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. What you need? What you need? Oh, I'm coming. I mean, I'm running out the house. Y'all, I can't even see, but I would drive at night, go pick a person up. Like I've been that loyal to people and been that dedicated to helping a person to where I have put myself in danger to go be there for somebody. Baby, not no more. Because half the time I was doing that, people were putting themselves in them same situations over and over and over to where they needed to call me in the first place. And then after a while, it's like, whoa, this is crazy. I remember one time I went to help this female out and she getting beat up and I find myself fighting, getting bruises with her. Like okay, now this is a little bit much, And then back in the day, I was a scrapper. Like that was no issue for me to get out there and handle my business. But when I found myself fighting battles that weren't even mine to fight, and I'm having bruises. I mean, granted, I was still knocking heads, but still, I'm having bruises and I'm breathing hard and I'm having to be the one to ice my knee or my knuckles. And she over there sitting there chilling cool. Like for me, that was like, okay, I need to change the way that I'm helping people and I need to change the way that I'm being there for people. So for me, that's what it was. Like I'm a little more hard-headed than other people. So I really had to go through some stuff to be like, yeah, this is not for me. This is really not for me. As far as changing my purpose, did I change my purpose? No. I mean, my purpose is I've always been a nurturer. So my purpose has always been helping people heal. Now, with that being said, I always say verbally that I help people self heal because as I have grown, I've learned that I can't heal anyone. I can't heal you. I can help and assist in healing you, healing yourself. Like I can point you in the right direction. I can give you the right tools. I can even tell you the right things. But I've noticed you got to do the work. So I don't feel like my purpose has changed. I feel like the way the way I go about my purpose has changed. Let me just say that. Okay, here's D. It's even worse when it's a family member you try to help, like my two sisters, and they are not getting along. So I play middleman. My passion is to help people. So, of course, I don't want my sisters fighting. So I try to play peacemaker, but it failed. So I'm falling back and letting them handle it. That's what I'm talking about at the end. It became he said, she said, and it wasn't even my battle. Yes, ma'am. And that right there is a situation that I talk about. Sometimes you got to take your hands off, and sometimes you got to just let things be. Because when it comes to the middleman situation, that's a different type of help. Because now you're not only dealing with one person, you're dealing with two people that clearly are not seeing things the same. And even though you can attempt to be mediator, or like you just said, the middle person, you can still only do so much because you're dealing with two other perspectives and personalities. So I feel like after so much mediation, that's when you got to back out. So even for me, like I'm even willing to mediate so much. Like I'm willing to come to the table, sit two people down, like, okay, let's point out the issue. Well, like I said, let's point out the problem. Now that we got the problem off, let's point out this, let's figure the solution. How are we going to basically either we're going to agree to disagree, or what do we need to do to get on the same accord? After that, when you're dealing with different personalities, all you can do is, hey, go from there. If those personalities are still willing not to meet in the middle, you done what you can do. That's it. Go about your business. So even with that aspect, there's only so much mediation I'm willing to do because I take good care of myself. Because ain't nobody gonna take care of me like me. And I tell you the same thing, D. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you like you. So you have to take care of you. Okay, so yeah, Michelle, yeah, I just put healthy boundaries around my purpose. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. To sum it up, you can't always drive. You have to be the passenger a lot. Yeah. Yeah. And the funny part is I like driving, but then sometimes I like being the passenger. It depends on who's driving. It depends on who's driving. But yeah. And healthy boundaries, you gotta even put healthy boundaries around your purpose though. Because especially if your purpose is to help heal and nurture and caretake, you must put healthy boundaries around that. Otherwise, it's going to drain you. And you're going to you're going to be over here and you're going to look back and you're going to be like, dang, I didn't take care of myself. So that's why I will always say I promote self-healing. because I remind everybody what you can do for you. Another person can tell you everything. They can do, they can do all kind of stuff for you, but it's not going to be nothing like what you could do for yourself. And that's just being real. So I will always say I promote self healing. Self healing. You are your biggest advocate. You know you better than any of us. So it's important to take care of yourself. Uh-oh. Okay. Man, I don't even know what else to say. I just know this conversation has been great because I'm looking it up. It's already been an hour. And I love you guys. Man, I'm so serious. Like, I can't even explain how much I love y'all. But I'm getting ready to wrap it up here. No pun intended. But we're getting ready to wind down. I'm just wanted to stay on here at least until 7 o'clock with y'all because man, y'all missed us last week, so I couldn't leave y'all hanging again. But it's always beautiful conversating with you all. And I want to point out something to everybody that was watching on YouTube. I'm sorry if you were commenting. I apologize from the deep depths of my heart because I can't see your comments. They're not posting. I'm still learning how to work this because Ashley is my eyes and she's our little tech genius when it comes to a lot of this stuff. So she's been doing a lot and she's not here tonight. But yes, I still appreciate y'all for working with me, for commenting and being a part of this. Thank you, Michelle. You always come through, Mitch. I haven't forgot about that because I almost didn't know who you were on the other comments. but I thank you guys. I thank all of y'all. It's been beautiful. Just chit-chatting with you guys. And like we always say, it takes a village. And these conversations, like, I know they're good for you guys, but believe it or not, they're so beneficial to me. Like, so beneficial to me. Especially because I'm always overloaded, overwhelmed, and coming on here Sunday and being able to sit still with you guys and talk and get things off my chest. I mean, it helps me so much. So, like, I really appreciate y'all. Even though I'm doing this by myself tonight, we're still making it work and you guys are still appreciated. Well, thank you, Dee. Thank you, Michelle. Like, for real, like, y'all been rocking from day one. So much love, much respect to everybody else. My aunties, my cousins, my real sisters, play sisters. I love y'all. My brothers, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I thank y'all for being a part of this show tonight, even though it's running a little shorter than normal. But I thank you so much. And I appreciate you even more. But I'm getting ready to get out of here. It's been beautiful talking to you guys. Next week, we're going to see what next week looks like. I would love to talk about identity crisis and what comes along with that and the ties that come with it. When we hear identity crisis, most of us think of someone in their older going through it, struggling, wishing they were younger, or not wanting to get old. That's the type of stuff that most people think about. But we're going to dive deep into it because there's a lot more to just being older, being afraid of aging. Not knowing who you are and not knowing where you come from can lead to a lot of identity issues. And I want to talk about that next week. So make sure you guys are tuned in next Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all know how we do. Like, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And like we always like to say, stay heightened and enlightened and happy healing. Happy healing, everybody. Wednesday, make sure you chime in on the Heightened and Enlightened page. I will post the question of the day. We're still going to try to keep this going on in there. And make sure you just tune in. Y'all, be there or be square. Y'all know how we do. So until next time, stay heightened and enlightened and happy healing. I love y'all. Peace out.